All right, guys, so today's episode of Fix It Friday, we're going to be talking about how to fix your off-balancing from a stand-up position. So one of the big mistakes that I see beginners make in stand-up is not knowing how to properly off-balance your partner. Okay, so oftentimes when you get into a match, you shake hands, and you just start shaking each other. Okay, so look, first of all, this is a worthless grip. A little cat's claw grip on these outside, and then this I can actually use, but shaking him here and pushing and pulling is not going to get my partner off balance. So there's actually a very precise way, an easy way to off balance people, and it takes a lot less energy than you think. Okay. So first of all, let's talk about grips. If I make a sleeve grip, I'm going 3 fingers right here on my partner's sleeve. Okay. So when we engage and I'm making my sleeve grip, I'm trying to make my grip right at the seam underneath between his elbow and his wrist. Okay. This is going to allow me to twist his wrist in or pull up, okay? So that's how I want to off balance from the side. I don't want to just grab and then push and pull his arm here. I make a little pinch grip, little 3-finger pinch grip, twist in or I twist up. Now this hand here, a lot of people will just grab here and just start pushing and pulling, pull down, lift up, okay? Back to the grip. I'm going 3 fingers, and I want to grab just the inside of the collar. The higher the better, but oftentimes if I can just get around the collarbone, that's perfect. Now notice it's 3 fingers. I'm not using my thumb and my forefinger. So what I don't want to do is push, pull, and yank up and down, okay? I'm literally just going to be drinking from the cup, okay? In this position right here, we got a right on left. I'm going to turn my wrist. I'm going to snap my wrist sideways here. Twist. Okay, I'm going to take a step, and this is where we'll start to set up our attacks. Now, if he is in a right on right position here, this is where I'm going to drink from the cup. Okay, so I make my 3 fingers. I start to pull in this direction, and I get him off balance. Okay. So what am I doing here? All right. So let's talk about just kind of the basic stance here. If he's squared up on me, then his feet are pointing in one direction, which means he's off balance forward and backward, okay? So if I make my thumb in grip here and I start to pull, he moves forward, all right? Same thing towards the opposite side. If I just give him a little push, a little nudge, he goes backward. If he's got a staggered stance, it's the same concept, except this time he's not off balance forward and backward. If you have a good solid grappling stance, you got one leg staggered, other leg backward, you are no longer off balance forward and backward, and you're not off balance side to side. In this situation here, you're going towards where the hips, you're going towards that midline, right underneath the feet. Okay, so you're kind of bisecting the hips right through this line here. So in this situation, with a right on left type position, I start to move my wrist, and then this is where we'll start to attack our partner. If we're in a right on right situation here, I'll change this angle. If we're in a right on right situation, same concept, except this time, look, I'm pulling, so I move this direction. Okay? So that is just an easy, quick way to understand how to off balance from a standing position. Is you're always going to be using your hand to either kind of like snap a towel, or snap a towel this way, you get it, turn the wrist this way, or drink from the cup. So where you're aiming, you're going to aim in the direction where the feet are pointing. There, 1, or if he switches his stance, I'm aiming in that direction here. And that's how to off balance your opponent much better. So next time you're in a grappling position, don't just come up and start tugging and pulling. Actually take the time to figure out where your partner's off balance and then move them in that direction. Hope you enjoyed. If you like this, be sure to like the channel, subscribe to it, share with your friends, leave a comment if you have any requests or anything I can help out with. On the next video, we're going to be talking about fixing the off balancing from a seated position or a guard position following these same concepts. So again, be sure you check in next week as well. We'll be talking about this same concept with guard play.